Hello, good day. Welcome back to my channel. It's Karino here. It's been a while and I'm glad to be back. And I brought this beauty. Look at that. So we'll be learning how to make this beautiful unisex romper. And we'll be making a set. We'll be making a matching booty. And we'll be adding beanie to it with this rainbow themed. So we'll be learning how to make this, like I said, and this for size 0 to 6 months. It's quite big down here, so we added a little bit more space for the diaper so that it can accommodate the diaper, and this will run up to 9 months if the baby is not that big. So without wasting too much of your time, let's get right into the materials we'll be needing in the course of this tutorial. So these are the few materials we'll be needing. I'll be using this brand. Yeah, I'll be using this in the course of the tutorial. As you can see, it is quite thin and I will be doubling my strand. I'll be working with 2 strands. So you'll be needing about, and it is 100% acrylic and it is 40 grams. There is that somewhere around here, right there. It's 40 grams. So I'll be working with 2 balls and a half, and that's that. We'll be needing 6 more colors, but I don't have that all here because my table will be filled up. So we needing a little bit of these colors for our rainbow applique: the purple, the blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. So we'll be needing those colors in small shades, in small quantity. Sorry, we'll be needing a pair of scissors for cutting, tape measure. We'll be needing 2 stitch markers, and I'll be working with 2 different sizes of hook. I'll be working with 3.5 mm hook, and this will be for the body of the romper. And I'll also be working with size 3.0 mm hook. This will be for the ribbon, for the band, and the leg opening, the edging we did here for the ribbons. So I'll be switching to this, and I'll be using this. Some call it fox ball, some call it glitter ball, I don't know. So I'll be using this color white to decorate the base of my rainbow. If you don't have this, please go ahead and just crochet. Check out on YouTube how to crochet a cloud applique. You can just make that and add it to the base right here. You don't necessarily have to use this. And also the very last thing I'll be using is glue. I'll be using my glue to attach my rainbow to my romper. And if you don't have that, you can just easily sew the rainbow to your romper. So that being said, those are the materials we'll be needing, and let's get right into the tutorial. So I will be kickstarting with we'll be starting with the waistband, and I'll be using my 3.0 mm hook. Like I said, the size I'm making is for size 0 to 6 months. So my foundation chain will be 84, and we'll be using size 3.0 mm for the waistbands and the brim of the leg openings, so that our stitch can be a little bit tighter. And I'll be using size 3.5, sorry, I'm using 3.5 for the body of the romper. So, and you can decide to use just one size of hook for the whole project, which is fine. So like I said, I will make my slip knot like so, and I will go ahead and chain 84. So if you are doing for 0 to 3 months, I'll suggest you take away 10. That will be 74. In case it's not too small, you can go ahead with that, but if it's too small, please go ahead and add more. But 0 to 3 months, that should fit, honestly. And for 6 to 12 months, you can add 10 more chains or 12. It depends on the size of the baby you are making for. Please remember that these are just suggestions, and babies sizes are different and it varies. So what works for me might not work for you, please. So I'll go ahead and chain my 84. That's 2 3. When I have my 84 chains, I'll come back and show you the next thing to do. So I have my 84 chains. Like I said, 74 we actually do for 0 to 3 months. And one thing is, if you are going to adjust your foundation chain, please make sure you have a even number. So you have an even number, so that when we are splitting the legs, it's not going to be a problem. So for my 84 chains, it measures about 18 inches without being stretched, as you can see from here to here, 18 inches. And if I stretch it, I have like super stretched, it measures about around 21. The normal hip round measurement for 0 to 6 months is 18 inches. But remember, we want to give room for diaper so that it's not, we don't want something super fitted. We want something free, but at the same time not baggy. So this is perfect for me. 0 to 3 months, please consider 74. And for 6 to 12 months, consider having 94. So measure that. You should 0 to 6 to 12 months, the hip measurement is 20 inches. So we need around 1 or 2 extra inches for diaper. So you should be having something around 22 inches when stretched. So I believe that is clear. So right now we are going to be, I will go around my chain like this just to make sure that my chain is not twisted. So after getting to the very end, I'm going to turn this inward like so. And I will grab my yarn and make a slip stitch inside the very first chain. So as you can see, my chain is not twisted. So that is how I join my chains. So starting our double crochet now, we are going to chain 2, which does not count as a stitch. So I'll go inside that same chain and work a double crochet. I'll go right inside, pull out a loop, yarn over, put through 2, and yarn over, put through the remaining 2. Let me show you that again. You yarn over, you go inside your chain, you pull out a loop, yarn over, you put through 2, yarn over, you put through 2. So this is what we are going to be repeating, and we'll continue that until we get to the very end. Do not work in your slip stitch. So we should be having 84 double crochets. If you work in your slip stitch, you have 85. Remember, we want an even number. So go ahead and work your double crochet round. So after completing my double crochet round, I went ahead and slip stitched in my very first double crochet, which is this right here. So for the second round, we are going to start working. Like I said, we are starting with the headband, with the band. Sorry, I'm starting with the band. So we'll be working front post and back post double crochet. So I will chain 2. Like I said, this does not count as a stitch. So we are going to go around our stitches. So yarn over. I'm going to, you can see this is our previous chain 2. So I'll go right in here by the side and push this stitch forward. So I push that forward. As you can see, I'll grab my yarn, pull out a loop, and I'll work my double crochet around that stitch. So that's my front post double crochet. Right now we'll be working back post. So yarn over, I'll go, you see where we came out here, I'll go from the back, I will enter that same space right there. I will push my stitch backward to the back, and I'll come out on the other side, grab my yarn and pull out a loop, and I'll work my double crochet. So we work the front post, we work the back post. So that is what we'll be switching in between. We're switching in between front and back post. So yarn over, I'll show you one more time. Yarn over, go right inside that same space, push my stitch forward, grab my yarn, pull out a loop, and work my double crochet. So yarn over again, I'll go from the back, push my stitch backwards to the back, come out on the other side, grab my yarn, pull out a loop, and work my back post. So we'll go ahead and keep working this pattern, front post and back post, until we get to the very end. So when I'm done, I'll come back and show you the next thing to do. So after working my last stitch, which is back posts double crochet, I'll go right into my first front post, my front post double crochet, and make a slip stitch. So we just finished the second round. So for the next 2 rounds, I just want to work 3 rows of front post and back post. I don't want a very wide band, but if you want a thicker band, please go ahead and add more rounds. But for me, I'll be adding just 2 more rounds to my front post. So I'll be having 3 rounds of front post and back post in total. So I'll chain up 2. And right now, we'll just go ahead. Where we see front post, we are going to work front post. Where we have back post, we are going to work back post. So yarn over, this is front post, so I'll be working the front post around it. And the one at the back is a back post, so I'll go ahead and work a back post, double crochet around it. Front post for front post, and back post for back post. So I'll go ahead, repeat this until I get to the very end. When I get to the end, I will slip stitch in my first double crochet, chain up 2, and do 1 more round of front post and back post. So when I have my 2 rounds done, that is this round that I'm doing, and 1 more round, that's 2 rounds. So when I have that done, I will come back and show you the next thing to do. So this is what I have after completing the band. So for the front post, we worked 3 rounds in total. 1, 2, 3. Like I said, if you want a thicker band, please go ahead and add more rounds. So this measures about around 3 centimeters, 3 centimeters, and in inches we have less than 1.5. So right now we'll be switching our hook to 3.5. I want to start working on the body. I'm done with the band, so we'll be needing that when we are doing the leg opening. So I will chain 2. I have one chain already, so I added one more. So inside each and every of our stitches, we'll go ahead and work a regular double crochet. So I'll be working regular double crochet right now. So I'll go right inside that stitch, pull out a loop, and work my normal double crochet. So I'll just go inside each and every of my stitches and work my double crochet. So when I get to the end, I'll come back and show you the next thing to do. So after completing my round, I'll go ahead and slip stitch in the very first double crochet. So this is a repetition now. I'm going to chain up 2. I'll start working our double crochet again right inside. I'll work my first double. I'll go into the next. I'll go into the next. So when I complete my double crochet round, when I get here, I will make my last double crochet and slip stitch in the very first double crochet. So I'll go ahead and add 5 more rounds. I have one already. I'm working the second, so I want to have 6 in total. So this is the first, this is the second. I'll add 4 more, so that will be 6 in total. For 0 to 3 months, I'll suggest to do 5 rounds, and for 6 to 12 months, I'll suggest to add 2 more rounds. So, and you can definitely adjust this to the size you want. So I'll go ahead and work my complete 6 rounds. I have 1, 2, so I'll complete my 6 rounds, and when I have that done, I'll come back and show you. We are going to start. We are going to split the front part and the back part of the short. So I went ahead and did my rounds, but I ended up doing 7 rounds instead of 6. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 6 was quite short, so I added one more round. So I have about 10 centimeters, 10.5 centimeters for that area. So you might need to adjust if you are doing for bigger sizes. So right now we are going to be splitting the front part and the back part. So I want, as you can see, that we have a seam line because we kept going on the same direction. So I don't want this seam line to be at the back. I want it to be by the side. So right here. Remember my foundation chain? I told you I was going to do 84, but when I was working, I noticed that I ended up chaining 85 instead of 84. So after, when I was working my first round of double crochet, I had to add one more double crochet in my slip stitch so that I can have an even number, which is 86. But if you have 84, please, it is fine. I was supposed to have 84, but I ended up with 86. So from here, 86 divided by 2 is 43. So we are supposed to mark 43 at the back, but I'll be leaving one stitch by each side. So instead of marking 43, I'll be marking 41. So I will start counting from here. This was where I finished my work. So I'll start counting. This is my first stitch. So I counted and I have 41 and I marked it right here. So after marking that, that will be for the back, and for the front, I counted. Remember, this is our first stitch, so I counted 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Supposed to have 5 stitches. This is a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this should be here. 5. So 5 stitches. We are going to be skipping these 5 stitches. So for this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So in the front, we'll be working in 35 stitches. So we have 35 stitches right here in the front that we'll be working into. So we'll start with the back first, and to do that, I'll chain up 2 as usual, and I'll work my double crochet until I get to this marked stitch, this first marked stitch right here. So when I get there, I will come and show you how we are going to start the decrease. So I have my 41 double crochets done, so we are going to start decreasing. So to do that, I'll chain up 2 as usual and turn. Right now we will start turning, and I'll go right inside. I'm going to be reducing these 2 stitches into 1. To do that, I'll yarn over. I'll go right inside the first stitch right there. I'll pull out a loop, yarn over, put through the first 2, excuse me, instead of completing my double crochet, I will yarn over again. I'll go into the next stitch, which is this, pull out a loop, yarn over, put through the first two. Right now we have 3 loops on our hook. We yarn over and put through holes. So we just made our first reduction, and we'll go ahead and start working our normal double crochet and work our double crochet until we have 2 stitches left, and I'll come and show you how to reduce again. So after working my double crochets, I have these 2 stitches left. So I'll go right inside, pull out a loop, yarn over, put through the first 2, yarn over, go into the next, pull out a loop, yarn over, put through the first 2. I have 3 loops left, yarn over, put through holes. So we made another reduction. So we keep reducing by the ends at the beginning and at the end. So I'll chain 2 again and turn, and we are going to start with reduction. Now yarn over, I'll go right inside, pull out a loop, yarn over, put through 2, go inside the next, pull out a loop, yarn over, put through 2, yarn over, put through. So I'll go ahead and work this. And when I have 2 stitches left, I will come and show you how to make a reduction again. So I have 2 stitches left, this right here and this. So yarn over, I'll go right inside, pull out the loop, yarn over, put through 2, yarn over, I'll go into the very last stitch, which is this, pull out the loop, yarn over, put through 2, yarn over, put through the remaining 2. So I'll chain 2. So we keep repeating this back and forth until we have 19 stitches remaining here, until I have 19 left. So I'll go ahead and keep repeating that. When I have my 19 double crochets left, I'll come and tell you the next thing to do. So I completed my reduction. I have 19 stitches left, and let's count the number of rows I did. This was our first row that we did, that we worked our 41 double crochet. So I started reduction from this row: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So I did 11 rows of reduction, and the very last row I just did regular double crochet in all my stitches. I did not do any reduction. You're going to notice that I have a different project right in front of me. I filmed this part already and I lost the footage while I was filming, because I use my phone for my videos. So while I was filming, my phone went off, so that coverage of over 10 minutes just went off like that. So I had to do this part. I have to refilm this part in this color, but after covering the footage I lost, and I'll be completing the remaining tutorial in color blue. So right now we are going to be working on the front panel. As you can see, we have the back panel done. It's a little bit long, but a little part of it will be folding to the front, so it's all good. I'm going to grab my yarn. We are going to work on the front panel now. So I'm going to join. Remember, we are leaving 5 stitches by the side. So this was the last stitch I entered. Last stitch I entered. So I'll start counting from here: 1 2 3 4 5. So we enter inside the 6th stitch. We are leaving 5 stitches behind. So I'll go right inside and I'll chain 2, which does not count as a stitch. So I'll go right inside, work my normal double crochet, and I will go ahead work a double crochet inside each and every of my stitches until I have 35 stitches in total. So we'll be leaving 5 stitches as well on this side, so we'll be working on 35 stitches. So when I have this done, I'll come and show you the next thing to do. So I have my 35 double crochets. This is what I have. So right now we are going to start the reduction, exactly the same thing we did for the back panel. So I'll chain up 2 and I will turn. So we always reduce at the beginning and at the end of our row. So starting from here, I'll go right inside, pull out the loop, yarn over, put through 2, yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull out a loop, yarn over, put through 2, and put through hole. So I'll go ahead, work my normal double crochets into all my stitches until I have 2 stitches left, and I'll make a decrease. So we are going to keep going back and forth with this pattern, just like we did for the back panel. So I'll repeat until I have 19 stitches. The same stitch count we have at the back panel, we are going to be repeating the same thing for the front. And after completing my reduction and I have my 19 stitches, I will go ahead and make 2 rows of regular double crochet. For the back panel we did just 1 row, but for the front panel we'll be doing 2 rows. So when I have all of this completed, I'll come back and show you the next thing to do. So after I completed the reduction, I went ahead and I worked 2 regular rows of normal double crochet without decrease, just like I instructed. I'm going to chain one, and I'm going to leave a tail not too long to sew, because we'll be sewing the bottom together. We'll be joining that. So I'm going to thread my needle. So after threading my needle, I'm going to turn this inside out, because we'll be sewing on the wrong side. And I'm going to grab my needle. So right now we are going to start the sewing. I'll go from the back panel. I'm going to enter the very first stitch at this end, and I'll come right here, my first stitch here as well, and I'll pull. So I'll go back inside that same piece again. Remember, this at the edge, so I have that secured. So I'll go into the next. So we are going to be using whip stitch, just going like that. Make sure I pull tight. So I'll go into the next. So this is how we'll continue. We continue with this pattern until we have the both panel completely joined together. So pick the one on the back, pick the one in the front, so just like that. And I will go ahead and do this until I have everything completely joined together. And when I come to the end, after entering the last stitches at the end, I will go back inside again, make a knot and hide my hand. And after that, I will come back and show you how we are going to work the edging for the leg opening. So after I finished joining, I went ahead, I did the edging for the for one leg opening already. So I'll be showing you how to do the second, and you will go ahead and repeat the same thing for the other leg. It's the same process. As you can see, we'll be reducing this very big hole into this. So we are going to join here at the base where we joined our pieces together. So I'll make a slip knot, and I'll go right here at the base. I'll go in here, join my yarn and make a chain. So right now I'll be working with half double crochet. So I'll yarn over, I'll go right inside that same space and work. I'll be hiding this along. I'll work my first half double crochet, and into this stitch, by the side of the double crochet, I'll work another half double crochet. So for each row of the double crochet, we always work 2 half double crochets. So we are going to work one here at the top, and we are going to work one inside the stitch, right here inside the stitch. So we have our 2 completed. Again, right here, I'll work my first half double crochet, and inside the stitch, I'll go ahead and put my second half double crochet. So that will be the repetition. We'll go ahead and repeat this all the way until we get here. When you get to the top here, you're going to skip this. So you just go ahead and work 1 half double crochet in your 5 stitches that we skipped here, and you move to this side and repeat the same thing until you get to the very end here. So after that, I'll come back and show you the next thing to do. And another thing you need to put in check while working your half double crochet is make sure your stitches are very tight, your tension is very tight, because we really need to reduce this big hole so that we can have something like this. So you make sure you have your tension tight. I'll go right inside and work my first half double crochet. You can see how I pull that tight. I'll go into the bridge right here and do that. So I'll try as much as possible to make sure that my stitches and my tension is tight. So after getting to the very end, I worked my last half double crochet right here. So I'll go right inside this very first half double crochet I made and work a slip stitch. So we just finished the first round. Moving to the next, I'll chain up 2, and we are going to start working what we did here at the band, the front post and the back post double crochet. So that's what we'll be doing now. So I'll yarn over, I'll go around my first stitch, which is this, and right there I'll work my first double crochet, and in the next stitch I'll work back post double crochet. In the next I'll work a front post double crochet, a back post. So I don't, like I said, make sure your tension is tight. So I don't want to take up much of your time. I'll just explain what to do. So for the front post and back post, we are going to repeat these 3 rows, the same thing we did for the band. So I will do this once, and I will go ahead and repeat it 2 more times. So that will complete the 3 rounds I need. And after that, I'll go ahead and work a single crochet, which will be my last row for the edging. So you go ahead, you work 3 rounds of front post and back post double crochet. After doing that, your fourth round, which will be the last round, you are going to work one single crochet inside each and every of your stitches. So you go ahead and work all of this. When I'm done, we'll be switching back to our main color, which is color blue. We are going to continue the rest of the tutorial in that color. So go ahead and work yours. So after completing the pants, this is what I have after working the two legs. And right now we are going to be working on the upper part of the romper. And I have some stitches marked here, and this is what I did after laying my piece flat, like really flat. So I skipped one front post. We're counting the front post we have here. Remember, we did front post and back post, so I'll be skipping one front post by this side and one by this side, and I marked the remaining 19 front posts that we have here. So in total we have 38 stitches. Remember, we have back post included, so that will be 30 stitches in total. So you go ahead and do your marking. So you just have to follow the number of this thing, your foundation chain. If you have to increase that or reduce that, all you have to do, just lay your piece flat and remove one front post by the sides. You don't want to make it too small. You want something that will be able to cover the chest area. So I have a slip knot right here. We are going to work. I'm going to join right here, right inside the stitch. So I'll remove my stitch marker and have that inside, and I'll join with a chain. I'll add one more. So inside this very same stitch that we have, this front post, I'll go ahead and work a front post double crochet. So I'll go around my stitch just like we've been doing, and I'll work my double crochet. I'll go again, go to the back, work my back post. So we work front post where we have front post, and we are going to work back post where we have back post. I'll repeat this until I have 5 stitches in total. So this is 4, and the very last one, this is 5. So I have 5 stitches worked. 1 2 3 4 5. So into the next stitches, we are going to start. We are going to switch to our regular double crochet. So we'll go ahead and work our regular double crochets until we have 5 stitches left. So until we have 1, this is the marked stitch, 1 2 3 4 5. So I'm going to stop my double crochet here. When I'm done, I'll come and show you how we are going to complete it. So I have my 5 double crochets left, so I'll go around. I'll repeat the same thing we did here. So I'll work a front post, a back post, a front post, a back post. I'll remove my stitch marker and finish with a front post. So we just finished our first round. So for the second round, I'll chain 2. I'll chain 3 actually, because this will count as our first stitch. So I'll turn around. So this chain 3 counts as our first stitch here. So right here you can see that the back post we had there is now a front post, while the front post is now a back post. So we are going to work them as we see them. So this is now a front post, we are going to work a front post. This is now a back post, we are going to work a back post. This is a front post, so I'll go ahead and work a front post. And into the very last one, a back post, I'll work my back post. And I'll go ahead, work my regular double crochets. When I get here, I'll repeat the same thing. When I'm done, I'll chain 3 again and turn. So I'll go back and forth and repeat this pattern until I have 9 rows done. This is 1. We are working the second, so I'll go ahead and add 7 more. So I have 9 in total. So when I'm done, I'll come back and show you the next thing to do. So I went ahead and did, instead of 9 rows, I did 10 in total. But for 0 to 3 months, 9 should be fine. And for 6 to 12 months, 10 should be fine as well. So this is what we have. So right now we'll be working on the straps. So we'll be extending the strap. So it's just a repetition of what we are doing here, right here at the corner. I'll go ahead, chain 3 as usual. 1 2 3. Now turn. I'll work my back post, double crochet. I'll work my front post, I'll work my back post, and I'll work my front post. I'll chain 3, 1 2 3, and turn. So we are working only on the straps now. I'll turn and I'll work my front post, I'll work the back post, I'll work the front post, and the very last one I'll work a double crochet on the third chain. So that will be the repetition. I'll go ahead, go back and forth. I'm going to do a very long strap that will be able, that will go around the shoulder, then come to the back, because I want to make a cross at the back. So I'll go ahead, I'll make around 30 to 40 chain, 30 to 40 rounds or rows. So I will see how far that can go. If I need to reduce or to add more, I will let you know on that. So I'll do about 40, between 30 and 40 rows should be fine. Remember that we want a little height right here in the front that will go around the shoulder and back to the to make a cross here at the back around the band. So I'll go ahead and work. I'll come back and let you know the number of rows I did. So I worked my first strap. I did about 30. I did 33 rows. Remember I said between 30 to 40. Remember we are working with double crochet, so it worked up really fast and it is quite stretchy. And another thing, we'll not be needing buttonholes. This right here, they are going to be serving as our buttonholes, so it can be adjustable to the preferred length. So 33 rows. I'm repeating the same thing for the second strap, and to do that I have my slip knot. I'll just go around this, as you can see. I'll grab my yarn and I'm going to chain 3, 1 2 3, and we are going to start our pattern again, our front post and back post. So I'll work my back post, I'll work my front post, back post, and okay, I'll pick that again, my back post, and I'll work my last double crochet on top of the chain 3, and I'll go ahead and repeat this 32 times so that I can have the same length with this. And the remaining thing we have left is to work our applique, our rainbow applique for the front design. So to create our rainbow applique, I'm going to be switching back to 3.0, and right now I will go ahead and make a slip knot. I'll leave a tail long enough for me to sew in. Actually, I'll be using my hot glue to attach this to the romper, but then something long enough to hide the tail in my rainbow applique when I'm done. So I'll go ahead and chain 10. 1 2, so I'll go ahead and complete 10 chains. So after completing 10 chains, I will go inside the second chain from the hook. This is not a chain, this is just a loop. So this is our first chain and this is the second. So I'll go ahead into the second and I'll make a single crochet, and into the next 3 stitches I'll be working single crochet increase. So I'll go right into the first, I'll work my first single crochet, I'll go back inside and add 1 more single crochet. So that's my first increase. So I'll go ahead and repeat this increase 2 more times. So that's the first. I'll go back inside and add 1 more. That's 2. I have 1 more to go. 1 single. I will add 1 more on the second. So we increased 3 times. So right here in the next stitch, we are going to work 1 single crochet, and in the next 3 stitches we are going to be repeating what we did here. We are going to be working single crochet increase 3 times. So I have, that's the first, right here, 1 2, that's the second, again 1 2, that's the third, and the very last stitch we have here, this very last chain, will go right inside with a single crochet. So we just created the first round of our color, so you can see that we have that hack. So I'll go ahead and switch to my blue yarn. I'll be using just 6 colors for my rainbow. So right here I'll make a knot. No, I will pull this out. I'll go right inside my stitch right here, inside my stitch like this, grab my new color and pull through, and I'll go ahead chain 1. You see this loop we have here from the purple? I'll go ahead and pull it. So we have this joint, as you can see what we have here. So I chained one, we are going to turn. So for this second round, we just go ahead and work one single crochet inside each and every of our stitches. We are not increasing in this round, it's just regular single crochet. And I will cut this off and work over the tail. I want to hide the tail as I work. So I'll be hiding this new one that I'm joining and the previous tail. So these two, I'll be hiding it. So I'm going to bring that to the back, just like that. And my very first single crochet right here, I'll make sure I have these two over on it, and I'll work my single crochet. So that's 1, 2. So I'll go ahead and complete my regular single crochet round. So after completing my single crochet round, this is what I have. So I'll go right inside a stitch, and I'll go by this side just like this. So I'll grab my new color, which is green, and I will pass that. I'll leave a long tail for me to walk over. Now pass that. I'll go ahead and chain one and flip, turn my work. See the blue loop? I'm going to pull that out. So I'm going to cut that off, and we hide the tails as I work. So for this round, we are going to start with one single crochet. I'm going to work a pattern, one single crochet. In the next stitch, we'll make an increase. So in this next stitch, I'll work 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. I'll be repeating this pattern 3 times. So I have it once, I'll be repeating it 2 more times. So I have 1, and in the next I'll work 2 single crochets inside. So I have 1 more to go. I have 1 single crochet, and I'll work 2 single crochets in the next. So after working that, I'll work 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. So in our remaining stitches, we'll be repeating what we did here, but in a reversed manner. Remember, we did single crochet, 1 single crochet, then we made an increase, 1 single crochet, made an increase. But right now we'll be working increase, then a single crochet, increase, a single crochet, increase, a single crochet. So that's what we are going to be doing. So I'll make an increase in my next stitch. I'll work a single crochet in the next stitch. So I'll go ahead and repeat that 2 more times, and that will bring me to the end of the row. So after coming to the end, we're switching to yellow. In case you find the way I'm changing my color, in case you find it difficult, so a simpler way, before you complete your last single crochet, you just use your new color to complete it. So I just use my new color to complete the single crochet, and I'll chain 1 and turn, and I'll cut off the green yarn. Right now we start working. For this round, we are just going to work 1 single crochet inside each and every of our stitches. We are not making any increase in this round, just a regular single crochet. So you go ahead and work your regular single crochet. So after working my regular single crochet, I'll be switching to my orange color, and you can see I did not finish my single crochet. I'll just go ahead and use my new color to finish that, and I'll chain 1. I'll turn, I'll put my yellow yarn and cut it. So right now we're going to be working over the 2 tails. So I'll go ahead and work 1 single crochet into the next stitches. So 1, 2, and in the 3rd stitch I'll go ahead and make an increase. 1 single crochet, I'll go back inside and add 1 more. So we'll be repeating this 2 more times. So I have 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, now I'll make an increase. 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and I'll make an increase in the next. So we have that done 3 times. So I'll go ahead and work 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. So we are going to work this pattern again, but in a reversed order. We are going to work an increase, then 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. 1 and 2. So So we'll go ahead and repeat this 2 more times. You make an increase, then 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet. You make an increase, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet. So go ahead and work this. So right now we're switching to my very last color, which is color red, and you must have get the hang of the pattern already. This last round we're just working 1 single crochet inside each and every of our stitches. So after I finish my last single crochet in that new color, I'll chain 1, I'll turn, and I will fasten off my orange yarn. And like I said, we'll just go ahead and work a single crochet around the entire piece. No, not the entire piece, just the just here where we've been working. So I'll go right inside, make sure I have the tail at the back. So that's my first. Make sure my stitch is firm around it, and I will go ahead and work that. After that, I'll fasten this off, hide the tail, hide this as well, and I'll come and show you how we're going to place it on our romper. So I have my romper already, and I hid all the ends already, and I went ahead, I added 2 buttons on the back, and it's about 1 inch wide. I used my front post to do the counting. I counted from, this was the last front post we joined here, so I counted 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So in between round, in between the 8th and 6th, the 8th and 9th front post stitch right here, and I repeated the same thing for this side, and I have it positioned, and this will come here. It actually went through, I put it right here, passed through my, it's actually a little struggle, but I think I find that okay because it's going to hold it tight and firm. And the same thing goes for this one as well, as you can see. So that is done. I'm actually going to pull this out because I want to lay the front part, I want to lay it really flat on my table so that I can know where to position my rainbow applique. So yeah, this is what I want, and this is my applique after hiding the ends. This is so beautiful. I think this is my first time making a rainbow applique. I've made a rainbow themed cardigan, but I don't think I've made an applique before. So we are going to place this. You see I have 1 2, and I will have this from the 3rd round. I'll make sure it's in the center. So I'll use my hot glue. I'm waiting for it to get heated up, so I'm going to use that to position it. So you go ahead, if you want to sew, I'm sure you have a long tail already, so you go ahead and sew it. But for me, like I said, I'll be using glue, and also I'll be using this, some call it fox ball, I don't know. So I'll be using 2 on each end like this, just like that, and right there. I'll go ahead and use my glue to do all of this, and I'll come back and show you what my finished romper looks like. So I have everything put in place, and this is what we have. Come on, this is pretty. I am definitely making a matching booty for this romper, because no, we have to make a set. I'll be making a matching booty, and yeah, we should be having a beanie as well that we have a touch of rainbow, just like this. This color combo is so beautiful. And if you want to put a string around the waist area, please go ahead and do that first. For me, I want it plain like this. I'll be leaving it like this, and this is what the back looks like. And yes, this marks the end of this video tutorial. If you find it useful, which I believe you did, please give it a thumbs up, drop a comment, and as well, don't forget to click this subscribe button, because I drop videos every week, though sometimes I'm not consistent. But I try as much as possible to drop great tutorials on this channel. You can go through the videos to confirm that. So thank you once again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.